Hello friends, Pulkit this side from Gadget Generations, and today I'm going to bring you a brand new review video for this flagship pair of in-ear monitors, the Kinera Verdandi. Well, for some people they might say that it is not their flagship because currently it is the sub-flagship model and the flagship model is the Kinera Loki. So Verdandi, for starters, for some basic information, Kinera is a very well-known brand and it is known for its outstanding range of in-ear monitors with beautiful hand-painted ear shells. Yes, most of their earphones have feature hand painted earshells, and so does the Verdandi as well. For Verdandi, how it is retailing at 1199 US dollars, which is roughly in Indian money, it is somewhere around 1 lakh Indian rupees, and it houses a quad grid driver configuration featuring one bone conduction driver, one dynamic driver, two balanced armatures, and two Sonyon EST drivers. I have had this set for quite a while now, like almost a month, and I have tested it extensively across different devices, including the DX260 that I used to own, the DX320 that I currently own, and D16 and PB5 IBISO stack as well. Before I begin the review, I would like to mention a short disclaimer. I got this unit from Kinera. I paid a discounted price for it, and I will be doing a review tour in India as well. Well, that's about some of the basic information related to the product. And now let's start with the design and build quality. For me, Kinera has always outdone themselves. Each and every single product from them, not only from them but from their sub brands as well, like the Queen of Audio is there and the Celeste is also there. All of them manufacture some of the most beautiful looking in-ear monitors. And so the Verdandi, this one is the Black Cosmos variant. It is actually available in two different color options. One is the blue, which is absolutely stunning, but I always wanted this special color, this specially treated color known as the Black Cosmos. So you can clearly see that the entire shell is completely hand painted and it looks absolutely beautiful, and it's a bit on the bigger side, it's a bit on the thicker side, and but I don't find any issues in fit. Like I will just wear it in front of you guys, so the fit and the isolation for me is completely perfect. I have no issues in those regards, and the pair is absolutely beautiful. It's just it is a bit on the thicker side, so people with small ears, they might have some issues in terms of getting a good fit. Now moving forward about the drivability part for the Kinera Verdandi, it is quite easy to power. You can use it with different sources. I've tested it across different sources, but I personally feel giving it a better source is always rewarding, because I used to love it on my DX260, but as soon as I gave her the DX320, the Verdandi is on another level of awesomeness, another level of bass, another level of clarity, and everything. So it is a very capable earphone, so I would suggest you treat her well and you give her the best setup that you have, so that you can enjoy her to the fullest. Now on to the sound quality part, the main part for any particular in-ear monitor. So for the Verdandi, I would say, for basic information, for an overall sound signature, the pair has a W-shaped sound signature. Yes, it's a bit forwarded, it's a bit closer to the listener, but it has a very big and noticeably 3D sound stage. Starting with the lower end, we have a very solid lower end response. I guess the DTN bone conduction driver is nailing that section. You get excellent reach in the sub bass section. It is rumbling, it is hard hitting in the mid bass region, and the entire bass region is very well controlled as well. So you won't notice any kind of bleed into the mid range or anything like that. Mid-range a bit forwarded in the upper mids, so vocals are a bit forwarded, they sound closer to the listener. And I would say, if you don't feed her well, if you are pairing her with a average source like a mid-5 segment source, then you might notice that the upper mids tend to get a bit sharp when not powered properly. But once you feed her well, like the DX320 I have, or like the D16 and PB5 stack that I have as of now with me, so the pair doesn't give me any kind of those issues, and it maintains good clarity and good texture for vocals, both male and female, and good body as well. Moving ahead to the treble region, like I mentioned, it is also forwarded, but it is not sharp for me at all. I have listened to it for hours and hours on a straight run. Like my DX320 lasted for like 6 to 6.5 hours when I use streaming, and I drained it from 90% to almost 10%. So you can guess that I spent like a 5 hour session straight with the Kinera Verdandi, and I had no issues at all. Also, the treble is very well refined and very well detailed as well. I would say that the detailing for each instrument is very nicely executed, and you can pinpoint and position them quite well on the big stage that the player is producing, the 3D stage that the player is producing there. uh, about technicalities, imaging, I would say it is quite above average for the price point. Like $1,000 around that price point, we have quite amazing performers. Like we have the Theodio Monarch Mark 3 as of now in the market. So compared to those, I would say that the imaging and positioning capabilities are above average. I won't tell them to be class apart, but they are not grainy or muddy either. They have good clarity for them, and they have good positioning and imaging capabilities as well. Soundstage, like I mentioned, it has a very nice 3D and immersive soundstage presentation, so you're going to have a good time with that set. Tonally, I would say that the pair leans towards slightly on the warmer side. So I would say that it has a quite a musical and rich nature to the output. Once you feed her well, the vocals and the entire output is very captivating and musical in its nature. So you are going to have a really good time with the Kinera Verdandi, and the pair looks absolutely beautiful as well. So just to summarize the things that I have mentioned so far, so for the pros, for the word Andy, I would say excellent sub bass, excellent mid bass, and nicely forwarded vocals. They are not too into the face, and they are not too far away either. They are nicely forwarded and maintains good texture and clarity, but you have to feed her well for that. Just keep that point in mind. Next, we have excellent treble, which is excellently detailed and doesn't sound muffled or anything. It maintains good liveliness in the output, good energy in the output. If I have to maintain it in a simpler words, soundstage is really nicely executed. Now, on to some of the things that I think personally could be improved with the set. First of all, the fit is a bit, hit or miss for people with small ears. Like I said, I have medium sized ears. I have no issues at all, and I'm using the stock Asla ear tips with it. So I have no issues at all. I get good isolation, I get good comfort, and I get just a really solid wearing experience. Next up, I would personally, it is a personal opinion, I would say that Verdandi shines better with better sources. So just give her your best, and I'm pretty sure that you will be rewarded in that regard. Now on to some comparisons. For some comparisons, I used to own a Monarch Mark II. Monarch Mark III I have heard recently for quite a short while, so I won't be able to compare it to that one. But from my memories of Monarch Mark II, I would love to compare it because they are both quite similarly priced. Verdandi retails for 1200 USD, while the Monarch Mark II is available for around 1000 USD. So comparing these two, I would say the Kinera Verdandi has better bass response. It has more slam to it. It's more body to the bass response. It is more rumbling, and it is has more texture to the bass. While I would say Monarch Mark II has better extensions in the sub bass region, but it misses on the slam part. Next up, for the vocals, I would say that it is a bit forwarded, while the Monarch Mark II has a slightly U-shaped presentation for the mid-range, so it is slightly recessed in that regard, while it has the Verdandi has a forwarded presentation. Next up, the treble extensions, I would say, are better on the Monarch Mark II, and it sounds more airy, like airier than the Verdandi, but Verdandi has more immersiveness to the output. It sounds more musical. Well, if you want a fun, engaging, lively sound, Vadandi might be the pick. If you want a balanced and smooth and a sound which is nicely extended, then the Monarch Mark II might suit your preferences more. And from the briefly that I heard, the Monarch Mark III, it has more bass, but I still recommend Verdandi in terms of bass definition and bass punch. The BCD works really well for the Verdandi. Well, that's about the Kinera Verdandi from my side. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video review because I have enjoyed my time with the Kinera Verdandi. It's a absolutely stunning pair, and I had a great time. It's just sad that I have to send it out for review to tomorrow. So let's just see when it comes back in a month or two. So I will be waiting for that. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video review of mine for the Kinera Verdandi, and for anything else you guys can go and check out about the technical details and all that stuff in the description section below. I will be putting a link to the Kinera audio website. Well, don't forget to leave me a like, and if you have any questions related to the Kinera Verdandi, feel free to ask me in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you so much. That's Pulkit signing off.